how do we leverage dance and art right now? Is it the right time? You know, like do we do other things? Like what do you think about that? Like how has it been affecting you and like your own artistic process and the way that you're teaching and sharing?
Right. So the last one of my last posts on IG, as well as a newsletter I sent out, was called Five Ways That Dance Can Be Used for Social Change. And what inspired that post really was a post that I saw maybe about 2.5 weeks ago, where it was a protest. It was a video of a protest, and during the protest, there was a dance circle that broke out, and some black men were dancing, and the person that posted the video of these black men dancing, the caption was very condemning of it, saying that it was an inappropriate timing. We're at war. This is coonery. Which is a derogatory word used, in reference to like black people. The history of black minstrels and black people dancing and being objectified for the entertainment of white people. And so they were making comparisons between them dancing during a protest and like minstrel and quote unquote coonery. And so and the person that posted that was also black as well. I was very offended, and I disagreed greatly, because my personal belief is that dance has, for the black community, always been a vehicle for change, for expression, and used in all aspects of life, from peace and war, life and death. Every celebration, every landmark of life, every major life event is connected with dance in some way, shape, or form within the black community. And so, because it is our way, that it's never inappropriate. And to think that it's inappropriate, in my opinion, seemed like internalized racism, from like, because we have been put down for our way of using dance, that, he said, well, if we continue using that, we won't be respected and taken seriously. Well, that's not the point. It is our way. And if it's not respected and taken seriously, that's not because of us, because we've always taken it seriously. It's because of some other value system being imposed on us. And so as a dancer myself, and also as a mom, I too, you mentioned that, you're figuring out like, how can I contribute? How can I help? As a black woman, I had the same questions. How can I contribute? How can I help? Because I didn't want to participate in the large crowd protests. Like that just wasn't a medium that called to me for various reasons. Coronavirus, to me, I'm still very cautious of it. Sometimes, yes, most of the protests are peaceful, but there are times where they get out of hand. And as a mom, I felt like, I have a lot at stake in terms of getting hurt, possibly physically, and no one being there for my boys, because my parents still live in New York City. My husband's parents are very far away. And so if something happens to me, then who's going to take care of my children? So, but I still wanted to support. And so the main vehicle that I felt was appropriate for me was to spread information on how dance can be used, because the arts have their role in social change, and they can be extremely, extremely powerful. And so I identified 5 ways that dance could be used for social change. And the first one is dance as protest, just what the gentlemen were doing in the video, dance as protest. When you go to protest, they often use chants to create a loud, magnified, unified voice to bring awareness to a cause at those protests. And you can use that same voice with your body. So if you have a large amount of bodies moving in unison, that's the same as using a voice. So dance is protest. Another way is use dance to tell a story. Dance is an expression of our human experience. And so when you use dance to tell a story, it's a really powerful and profound way to inform others of human experience, particularly from oppressed people. A third way is dance to fundraise. That's something that I did this past Sunday. So not only is dance, our dance experience is a place for people to have fun and you know, have a space for healing and positive raised vibrations. But when you participate in that and pay money, you also can create much needed financial support to organizations that are doing work in other arenas.
Yeah.
You know, so we can use our arena, dance, to raise money to support people that are doing other things in legal work or doing other things in you know, to support businesses, which is what I did, or to do other things to, you know, provide food or medicine, right? So we
Yeah.
can use dance to support that. The fourth thing that I said was dance as self-care. A, a lot of people, black, white, all races, are coming together, and a lot of people are really working tirelessly, doing a lot of like the unglamorized behind the scenes work day and night to create social change. And if dance calls to them as a means of self-care, then it is here for them. It is here as a space for them to relieve stress, to exercise, to, you know, maybe recharge spiritually. So you can use dance as self-care so that you can prevent yourself from burning out, and you can continue doing the work in you know, however way you're doing your work. And then the last thing was the importance of Black affinity groups. So affinity group, you know, affinity groups are groups that are created for specific people to come together in a sacred, safe space. And so I think that because dance has been such a force and an agent of healing for Black people specifically, because it is our life, to contribute to participate in a Black sacred space for dance can be very healing, because a lot of Black people right now are experiencing re-traumatization every day. I know me particularly, every time I go on Instagram, I'm seeing some other image of you know, Black pain. And though I may not have an overt reaction to it, I'm being re-traumatized every single time. And so to be able to participate in a sacred Black space for dance, that can, it would be very healing for me and for many other people. And if you are not Black, a way to support us Black affinity dance spaces is to understand their necessity and not feel offended, because there are times where dance is a unifying factor, but there are times, it's particularly with Black dance, because it has such a widespread popularity all over the world. But there, you know, there should be some times where it's a home just for Black people to heal. So if you're not Black, like, understand the necessity for that, and also support it by spreading the word about it to maybe Black people in your community that you think could benefit from it. So those are 5 ways that dance can be used to create social change.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Everything. Yes. I love it. And, you know, especially the last point, I think it is really important, and there should be more of those spaces, you know?
Yeah.
There should totally be more of those spaces. And I think going back to something you said earlier, the, like, anyone, if you're looking at dance and you're saying like, oh no, that's not appropriate, there's like, right, like, isn't that, like you said, it's like a form of internalized racism. And it's,
Yeah.
I think our whole culture has that internal, right? Our whole culture obviously has the internalized racism. And this is why dance is so undervalued too, right? Like, and
Yeah.
like, people look at dance, I think not all people, right? But like, they're, the way that our society is set up, like, doesn't value dance and art. It's always pushed to like the side, or if we have extra funds for that, sure, we'll throw that in the schools or whatever it is. Whereas like, it's it's the lifeblood, and like, yeah, I just think it's so important now more than ever.
Absolutely. For a lot of people, the arts is like the only like language that really resonates with them, you know. And if our schools are designed to connect to students using multiple intelligences, using all the ways that people learn, and using all the ways that people show up, and using all the ways that people are able to, you know, become successful, then the arts has to be a part of it. You know, when we look at history, when archaeologists look in history, they get a lot of information about cultures through the art, through the art. And so to have art as some kind of secondary or, you know, unimportant issue or unimportant factor, it does a disservice to all of us, because art, dance, music has always been an expression of the human experience.
Yeah. Amen.
Hey,
Yeah. So on that note, how about we dance together?
I
Let's
would
let's
love
do
to.
a dance.
Let's dance. Okay, so in my class, I teach a class called Diaspora Dance, and it's called a Caribbean vibes meets Afro pop dance party class. And so my favorite type of music is called soca music. It's from Trinidad and Tobago. My family is from the Caribbean, and I grew up dancing to this type of music. So I'm gonna lead you with some movement in the beginning, and then we're just gonna kind of fade out into, you know, soca, work up,
Yeah.
wind up, which is the essence of soca anyways. What I love about soca dance is that, unlike other dance styles, there's not a vocabulary of movement. So there's no wrong or right way to move to soca. There's no soca steps. It's the music, and everybody just frees up, what is called free up yourself. You just free up yourself. You wind your waist. It's very sensual, and then anything goes. So I love soca music for that.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
love it. Okay. Great.
yeah, we're gonna dance to "Fast Wine" by Machel Montano. Can you hear it?
Yep. Better internet up here than where I was. Let's set this up.
Hey! Roll it back. You go.
Woo!
Hey, reach it out. Hey, we rolling. We step it up. Gotta take it down. I'm gonna move it back. Keep going. Good. Pick it up. This is some salsa. Yeah. Hey! Now you're gonna wind your waist. Ow! One more time. Hey! Let's go.
much. That was awesome. I was like watching
Thank you.
and then trying to like take.
Yeah, so them hips moving, Jess.
Yeah, you know, I tried. Oh, it's so fun. And when you said you're starting up your classes again, right? This week. Do you want to tell everybody where
Yeah.
and how they can find them?
I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put it here. Oh, can I not comment?
Should be.
It's. Let me see.
I'll
Hi.
see.
Sunday. Sunday. The 14th. That's the Sunday
Okay.
at 11 a.m. California time.
Okay.
So you can check out my page. And I have a link in my bio. What is
Great.
my
Okay.
page?
All right. Yeah.
And I just wanted to say,
We can't see you anymore. I think.
oh, okay. What am I doing? Oh, here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that right now I have today a sale for $7, but it's going to go up to a sliding scale of $10 to $20, and any amount over $10 will be donated to social change organizations. So today is a special sale for $7, and then after today it'll be $10 to $20, and that'll be my pricing from now on. So that every opportunity for you to come and dance with me and raise your vibrations and share in sacred Black dance. You will be contributing also to my business as a Black business, which could use support for sure, and also other social change organizations.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So I'll make sure to share that link again and sign up for Alicia's classes. Support her, support the organization you're going to donate. I know we were going to talk about donate, but yeah, everyone should just donate to you and then take your classes, get some dancing, get some healing in. Like,
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I thank you, Jess, again, for inviting me to your platform and just like for the inspiration and support over the years. I know I said it to you in person, but I want to say it to everybody else that Jess is a real inspiration to me. I appreciate her authenticity and her spontaneity, and yeah, she's the bomb.com. My sister from another.
thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, not necessarily you. And you're amazing. I hope that we get to dance together, maybe in person at some point when
Yep.
the world.
We'll manifest it when the ro lifts. when...
Rona's got us on lockdown. But all right. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, guys.